So today in history, we'll be studying about the imperialism and revolution. So this is a map from like the 18th century, 1768. And we see that most of the world back there was kind of unruled, in a sense of like the European countries. They hadn't lots of territory in Asia, Africa. So you can see like the Great Britain has up here on kind of Canada north has a considerable amount of territory, right? Also we have France over here fighting for America. We have Spain on Mexico and Peru, Chile. Also the Sugar Islands that we studied, Haiti, Saint Domingue, Cuba, and all of that. And we have Portugal that's like very little, but it was like a great country in the seas. It's very good. So much so that it discovered the Sugar Islands. Then like Americo Vespuccio found like the whole American continent, but they also found Brazil, and Vasco da Gama went bordering Africa and all the way to India. But we still see that it's very like this whole area here is kind of void. And so a few years later, we have the industrialization. We have the steam engine. We have boats, right? Steamboats. We have factories, telegraph, and also now there are trains, so we can transport goods and people. We also telegraph. We can talk with people that are way far away from us. Here we have the factory. We can do more things quicker. And after that, this is the map after the industrialization. And so we can see we have Britain here. Now we have Canada, we have America that has independence. We have Africa, and like now France has a lot of power over Africa, west of like Mongolia over here. And we have the Chinese, the Japanese, that was one of the first countries in the Eurasia to be industrialized. Now we have Australia, India, Egypt, and the South Africa under British control, Canada. So we see that's kind of more populated. And so what happened? Why did imperialism went so well? Because they thought, we want to conquer more places. Why? Because then there will be more land and more people. With more land, we can have more food, more goods, and we can tax them. And with people, they do work for us, and also we have soldiers. And with more soldiers, we can conquer more. And so that was the fuel that fueled the imperialism. But then when they stopped conquering, the empires began to decline. And also, like with the revolution, the industrialization, we had the technology, and better technology, people could do things more efficiently, and more of them. So came industrialization. And with that, you have more money. So you can invest in capitalism, and you're going to invest them to make the technology better. Or the other way around, you have lots of technology, so you have a lot of money, and you can use that capitalism to invest in industrialization. And with that, you have more technology. And that's the field. So you have raw materials, and you had the factory. People used to do something to the raw material, and we would have a finished good. And now what happens is that the factory is more productive. And when it's more productive, you need way more raw materials, and you're going to have way too much finished goods. So what happened, for example, Britain is a small island, and also Japan. They have like limited raw materials, so they could one buy from other countries, but that's not good. So what would they do? Would conquer Egypt and other people in other places, so that they have more land. With more land, they can plant and have their own raw materials, and so that's why they need land. And with all that raw material, they have also people that work for them, and so they can make a lot of finished goods, and then they would sell in Britain, but there's way too many goods, so it can sell to other countries like Germany, Africa, or even these same places that are under its rule. And also, like, you have steamship, railroads, telegraph, all that projects power. So the more you have it, the more you can take more land, more money, and more finished goods.